you. Say, baby, I love you. You ain't what it gave. My name, say my name. You acting kinda shady. Ain't calling me baby. Why the sudden change? I'm going to start out with my Makeover Essentials Mineral Face Primer. This product gives my skin the smoothest texture for flawless foundation application. And to make my pores disappear, I'm using the Benefit Porefessional Primer. For my base, I'm using a mixture of two LA Colors Truly Matte Foundations in the shades Cafe and Warm Caramel. And to add a little radiance to the skin, I'm also taking L'Oreal's Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in Cream Cafe. I won't be using any highlighter later, so this will give me a slight natural glow, because one thing I noticed about the makeup at the Met Gala is that everybody kept it pretty matte, so that's what I'll be doing. To lightly set my face, I'm using the Airspun Loose Face Powder in a dual fiber brush from MAC. You of course want to set the foundation on your eyes as well to prep them for the eyeshadows later. And for my smile lines, I'm going to bake with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm going to leave it there for a while to keep my foundation from settling into those lines. This is the only thing that has worked for me so far. Now I applied my brows off camera. I just used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Chocolate. Now for my first transition color, I'm applying a cool toned brown from the Black Radiance Urban Identity Bashful Trio. For my second transition color, I'm using a brush that applies very little product to apply the shade Rich from the Morphe 3502 palette. This is just going to help the shadows I use later blend well into each other. I'm taking the shade Baby Talk from ColourPop, and then I'm going to add more of an orange tint to the crease by taking Ablaze from the Morphe 3502 palette to achieve the crease color that I'm going for. And I'm just going to take some time to build up each color and make it blend seamlessly into each other. Now I'm using the Makeup Forever Pro Finish Powder in 168 to blend the edges, and again taking Ablaze to re-intensify the orange. Once I get the color payoff I want, I'm using a detailed brush to draw a sharp line at the highest point of my crease to map out where I'll be applying the concealer later. This is the shade Rich from the Morphe 3502 palette as well, and I'm using my favorite crease blending brush to blend that brown up into the orange. I'm also going to focus more of that brown in my outer V. I'm cutting my crease with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Concealer in 3.5. The key to this step is using a stiff brush, taking your time, and not opening your eyes all the way. I've made that mistake before, trust me. I'm messily setting that concealer with the Airspun Loose Powder, making sure not to miss a spot. It's better to overdo it than to underdo it because you can easily blend away the excess powder. For my lid, I started out with the Shimmery Champagne shade from the Black Radiance Urban Identity Trio. You want to keep your crease clean as you go, so I'm going to take a clean brush in case I make any mistakes. I also used the Maybelline Chrome Master Highlighter in Molten Gold for my lid. And of course you want to blend that into the brown. You can reapply some more of that rich shade if you need to, because eyeshadows tend to lose some of its intensity when you're doing a lot of blending. And as you can see, I'm going to go back and forth with the lid color and the brown until I achieve a seamless gradient from the inner corner to the outer V. To make the orange stand out more, I went all over the entire look with a little bit of a blaze, and I'm blending everything together with a clean brush. And the lid still wasn't intense enough for me, so I added Pure from the Morphe 3502 palette with a damp brush, and this definitely gave me the intensity I was looking for. Once I was happy with the lid color, I blended in more of that brown in the crease and in the outer V, and now I'm applying a thick black line using the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black. To highlight my face, I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer in Golden, and I know I'm so late with this, but I love this concealer. It felt like really light on my skin, so I probably added a little too much, but I also used the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Creamy Beige in places that I wanted lighter. I'm trying a new technique where I barely blend out the concealer using this domed brush, then use my foundation brush with no additional product on it to dull it down a little. Once everything was blended out, to set my concealer, I applied a light amount of the Airspun Loose Powder. And at the highest points of my face, I used the tiniest bit of the Makeup Forever HD powder. This left a slight flashback, but I actually liked the way that it looked. I'm going to complete the eyes by using a flat brush to apply rich closest to the lash line, leaving a space by the tear duct for a highlight. I smoked it out with a mixture of ColourPop's Baby Talk and Morphe 3502's Ablaze. For bronzer, I used a Sculpt shade from the Black Radiance Medium to Dark Contour Palette mixed with the Milani Baked Bronzer in Soleil. From that same contour palette, I added the contour shade for only my cheekbones and my nose. So I'm applying a heavy amount using a tiny crease brush on my nose, creating the shape that I want. And to keep it from looking too harsh, I blended it out with my foundation brush with no additional product on it, and I set it with a little bit of the Airspun powder. I'm using the shade Starlight from L'Oreal's LumiGlow Nude Quad and applying it to the highest points of my brow and the inner corners of my eye. I applied my lashes off camera, and now I'm just using any old black mascara to blend my natural lashes with the falsies. And to add volume to my bottom lashes, I'm using LA Girl's 3D Fiber Lash Mascara. I'm lining my waterline and tightline with black since this is a night look. Then adding Black Radiance's Baked Blush in Warm Berry. I use a couple different products on my lips, all by Black Radiance. I started out with the matte lip color in 5123, and then I just lined my lips using NYX's liner and red tape. I added black gloss to deepen the color a little more, and I finished the lip with a beautiful deep red gloss with beautiful glitters in it. And that's the final look, you guys. I saw the Met Gala pictures and was so inspired to film a look I'd wear if I were attending. Now, my favorite makeup look was on Cardi, but I was living for Jasmine Sanders, aka Golden Barbie's entire look, especially that hair, y'all. Oh my gosh. Anyways, comment below what celebrity wore your favorite look, and don't forget to thumbs up this video.